Mark Zuckerberg's new announcement 2 weeks ago made everybody question whether SMMA is dying or if it's still going to be alive. For a bit of context, Meta is dropping this new AI that runs ads for you. You just have to put your budget, your goals, and that's it. It's going to generate results for you. Apparently it handles the targeting, the creative, the optimization, everything, and it will get you results. And as you can read by the title of this video, it has made loads of agencies scared whether this is going to be the end for their business in the next 2 years. I want to be really honest, I don't really think this is going to eliminate agencies as a whole, but I do think this is going to restructure the market in terms of how advertising is done. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you why Meta's new AI will not be ending SMMA, but there will be a lot of changes that your agency, if you're in an agency, will have to implement. Otherwise, yes, you are going to be out of business. So Mark Zuckerberg had this interview about 2 to 3 weeks ago from the moment I posted this video about how he's planning to change the way advertising is done on his Meta platform. Before, you had to do your own creative, your own targeting, your own optimization. Basically, you had to do everything yourself. So the new implementation they're trying to do is to make this fully automatable so that small and medium businesses in particular have essentially a free AI agency working for them. It basically lets businesses run campaigns with literally zero experience. You tell it what you want, leads, sales, app downloads, whatever, and it does the rest. And it's absolutely true. If your agency is literally just based on doing the targeting, doing the campaigns, and that's it, then yes, you are going to have problems with this. Because the whole point of this is that you are going to be automated away. But the thing is, this is sort of like a filter. Not all agencies are going to die out, but some are. And there's going to be a new type of agency that is going to survive that I'm going to cover in this video. It's not that all agencies are dead, it's that average agencies are dead. There's a big difference there. The first reason why SMMA will not end but change is because it's all about the strategy. It's just like Shopify made it easy to build websites and shopping experiences, Meta is now making it easier to make ads. But think about it, even with the Shopify around, big brands are still paying a lot of money for conversion rate experts. Even with Canva, branding agencies still exist. And even with ChatGPT, big brands are still hiring top quality copywriters that understand human psychology. And this is going to be the exact same thing with SMMA. A machine can't understand your audience like a real human can. It can't build the funnel, it can't craft a buyer journey, and it can't craft your own unique brand voice. We had this fitness client last year who essentially their old agency was just using the AI algorithm to run ads, the Advantage Plus shopping campaign. We came in, changed everything, and we got like 7x ROAS in a couple weeks. We didn't get this because we just flicked a couple buttons around. We did this because we understood the human psychology behind their audience and how to tailor it into results. And that's a skill AI can't replicate. It can't replicate the strategy that you have behind it. If a small business owner chooses sale as their objective, which is in 99% of cases what they're going to be doing, then AI is going to be trying to optimize for sales right away. But this is the wrong approach because you can't just pitch a new product to a new audience and expect sales to come right away. You need a strategy that takes a customer from awareness to trust building and then eventually to results in sales. And the most important part, having that customer buy again and again and again and ultimately become a loyal customer. Doing this AI can't replicate because there's a different strategy that works for different businesses. And you're going to need a customer funnel which AI can't replicate, and only humans and human understanding can do this. The second reason AI will not be automated is because AI cannot create original content. Yes, Meta's AI can suggest the ad copy, it can make the headlines, and eventually, as said by Mark Zuckerberg, create the entire creative itself. But that's the problem. The real creative that makes people stop scrolling and take action, that is always going to come from humans. I mean, just think about the word creative. The word creative literally means being creative, thinking about your own idea for yourself. And AI doesn't understand what's creative and what's not creative and how this works for your brand. Creativity isn't just about putting text on a screen. It's about the tone you use, the timing, the humor, things based on culture and trend and on real human emotion that only we understand. AI doesn't know what's going viral this week or what kind of content your audience is seeing every day. And more importantly, it doesn't know your customer's world, the language they speak, the smallest details into just the inside jokes that they can relate to. This is the kind of content that builds a connection. Human on human action that actually makes it feel natural to the consumer. And all of this has to come from someone who's still living and breathing and understands this psychology. And the thing is, this matters today more than ever, because if content looks like it's selling, it's actually going to do the opposite effect. It's not going to sell. Because the more an ad looks like it's selling, the less it's actually going to sell, especially on platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, where people nowadays have the shortest attention span ever and will scroll on anything that looks like an ad. So yes, let AI write the caption, make the hook, anything like that. But the actual idea, the thing that makes a viewer stop and think, wait, that's something different I've never seen before, that is always going to be 100% human. The third reason why SMMA will not be automated is because of the human interaction and the assurance from it. What I mean by this is that business owners don't want someone who just runs ad for them and just does nothing else. They want someone who understands their business and gives them assurance when things are working, and more importantly, when things are not working. There are going to be times where ads just don't go perfectly. Sometimes the market changes, sometimes there's new trends, sometimes there's a new offer from a new competitor you haven't seen yet. Really, there are thousands of reasons why your ads just might dip on a few weeks. But if a business owner relies on the AI and the ads are underperforming, they're going to get so incredibly stressed from it. And they're going to be even more stressed than if they had an agency, because they don't know why it's not working, what they can do to fix it, because they don't know what's going on. They just click go and nothing's working. So they're going to be double stressed than if they were working with an agency. So if you have an agency who knows your brand, your goal and your offer, so they can step in, explain what's going wrong, and ultimately their plans to get it back up, something that you can't get with an AI agency. I mean, this explanation alone can give a business owner a peace of mind, right? Because there's no uncertainty on the next steps. And that's something that AI can't replicate. It can't replicate the human interaction side of it. Because it's not just about the ads, it's about the strategy, the communication, the adaptation, and ultimately being able to solve problems together. You don't hire someone just to click a few buttons and create ads and that's it. It's the human side of it. So let's finish this. What agencies will be out of business, and what can you do to make sure that doesn't happen to you? The ones that are going to be left behind are the ones that just offer basic ad execution, no more and no less. The ones that promise to set up the campaigns, run the meta ads, and do nothing else and expect good results, those are the agencies that are going to die out, especially when there's minimal creative direction, basically no strategy, and very minimal client communication. Essentially just plugging things into the algorithm and hoping things work. And this is exactly what Meta's AI will 100% automate, and is only going to get more advanced at the end of the day. It gets more interesting actually than this, because the announcement was by Mark Zuckerberg, right, the owner of Meta, but this is 100% going to follow in Google, in Pinterest, in LinkedIn, in TikTok. It's going to follow on all the other platforms. I mean, it's a no-brainer for them, right? The easier it is for a business to launch ads, the more money that Meta and these platforms can ultimately make. So yeah, this is 100% going to be the new way forward for all ad platforms. So how can you adapt, and how can you make sure that you aren't left in the mud 2 to 3 years from now? Well, you need to just stop being a Meta ads agency or just a singular platform agency. You need to be utilizing all platforms and understanding the full funnel strategies that works across TikTok, YouTube, Google, Meta, LinkedIn, all of them, and how they can work together to ultimately generate you the best results you can. The things that are going to differentiate you now is going to be the strategy you use, and how you can not only use it on Meta, but how you can use it to combine with other platforms. It's going to be about creative thinking, and it's essentially going to be about how you can stand out from the crowd, how you can focus on retention, how you can focus on lifetime value of a customer, and all these metrics that ultimately will get your customers bigger results. And of course, the earlier you start an SMMA agency, the more trust you can build, and ultimately in the future, 2 to 3 years from now, even small businesses still might choose to go with you because of all the trust that you have from customers. But truthfully, this change realistically is going to affect more small businesses rather than medium large businesses. It's for the businesses that literally just want to click a button, get results, and not have to worry about anything else. One thing I saw earlier that I think was kind of funny was a quote that said that this is like Meta marking, or if you're an American, grading its own homework. I mean, it's true, right? They're setting up the ads for you, and then they're telling you how you're performing, even though they're the ones that are ultimately making money from your spend, right? So it's kind of funny to think about it. Okay, but again, if you think about it, that's why you need a human involved. Someone who can look at the numbers, understand it, and then tell you what the next steps are. And it's that level of insight, that level of business security for the owner. That's something that AI just can't replicate. So yeah, you do need to adapt if you're running an agency, because if you don't and you listed all of the qualities that I said here, then yes, you are going to be automated. But what do you think? Will digital marketing and SMMA be around in the next 5 years? Or is everything I've been saying complete false and we're all going to lose our jobs in 5 years? I guess I'll look in this video in the next 3 to 4 years and I'll be the judge of that. Drop your comment on what you think is going to happen. And of course, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.